quiet, please. Shh. Everybody, can you not hear me? Shh. Shh. Everybody. Shh. Everybody, we've got a special show tonight. We've got some live comedy. This is going to be so amazing. He's all the way from Lolo, Montana. This is Brian Burns. He is the fisherman with the most fables. Brian Burns. Please welcome everybody, Brian Burns. Woo! I got one more.
Woo! Brian! Tell us a story, Brian.
Love you, Brian. Love you, Brian.
You're my boy, Blue.
So I am the one-armed bandit. We got a comedian down there underneath the I love what the fuck sign. I'm kidding you. I know you're going to be great.
I'm not going to say a word.
So I am the one-armed comedian for a little bit. And there's a lot of questions about one-armed comedians, right? Don't you have a lot of questions about that?
That itself was funny.
No stories about how I lost the arm. The question is, quiet, is how does a one-armed comedian count his change? Right?
With his left hand?
Yes, with his left hand. I'm going to show you. But I always like to start with a visual aid, right? Get you more engaged. So this is my impression of how the one-armed comedian counts his change. Drum roll, please.
That's your penis.
What you doing there?
That's pretty amazing, isn't it? That's disgusting. It's amazing.
Sorry, say.
Now
That's
you want
unfortunate.
to know how the one-legged man runs a marathon.
It looks real through the camera. It looks real through the...
That's how we start this thing up. Hey, I'd like to thank Carl for having me tonight. This is where I'm starting my tour. My name is Brian Burns. I'm going to be with you here at least for the next hour or two. Or until she gets so drunk she can't sit down anymore because she's almost there. Her teeth are purple. Okay, I know what she's been drinking. But she painted a beautiful picture for us tonight. We're not going to look at it just yet. Okay, so I am Brian Burns. I am the one-armed comedian here at Crush tonight. Like I said, I'm starting my nationwide tour here in Whitefish. Because this is so on the cusp. If things don't go well, usually the people in Whitefish, they're right on the edge of the grid, right? You're either hiding from something, or you don't have any friends. So you're not going to tell anybody about this.
You're like the best friend right now.
Yes. Now, but I have been outside the grid, up in the Yak. Looking for the Yak. Everyone kind of looks the same up there. Kind of remind me of Grizzly Adams with the touch of the Downs. That's what it looks like. But they are definitely outside the grid. You guys are on the cusp, so we're going to see how things go here tonight. But I am from down south. Is anyone from down south here?
Down south where?
Down at Lolo, about 2.5 hours. About 2 hours south here. But I've come all the way up here to
All the way.
all the way to Crush. But I'm here on other business. Okay, this is more of just kind of a thing that I'm doing for Crush to kind of spur the business, get things going in here, draw a crowd. What's that?
We never had a crowd this big.
Yeah. But I do,
Thank you.
Okay, Megan. It's me up here, not you. But I do travel a lot, okay? I'm on the road quite a bit, and I have a wife and 3 kids at home, and she does the heavy lifting. She's an absolute sinner. And I have to step in every once in a while kind of lay the hammer down. Not too often. Not on the kids, but I do come home and lay the hammer down every once in a while. But there was, just last week, I had my son. My wife told me that I had to give him the talk, right? He's 15 years old, and so I had to come in and give him the sex talk.
Wieners.
What's that?
Wieners.
Okay, well, I don't know what that talk looks like, but so I asked my wife, you know, what do I say? I said, what do I tell him?
Wiener.
Wieners. Okay.
Wieners.
You were there once. You need to talk to him like
Here's a
you've been
wiener.
through it.
Yep.
And I did not show him my wiener. Is that what you're asking for? You already saw my wiener earlier.
Talk about the wiener.
Yeah. So I walked up to my son Jack's room. I said, Jack, we need to have a talk. He said, okay, I'm good. What are we going to talk about? I said, we need to have a talk. He said, well, okay, Dad, what are we talking about? And I said, you know, if this is a bad time for you, we can always talk about this later. No, we're going to talk about it. So I said, Jack, I'm going to have the sex talk. And he wanted nothing to do with it, right? He didn't want to talk about sex, but it has to happen, right? Ladies, wieners, it has to happen. So I said, Jack, listen.
Wieners.
I remember when I was I remember the first time that I had sex, Jack. And it was scary, it was frightening. You know, I remember vividly. It was dark, it was cold, I was all alone. And Jack said, that's it? That's your sex talk? I'm like, yeah, that was the first time I had sex. It was by myself. And he said, well, Dad, I've never been with a woman before, but if that's how you're describing sex, I get laid all the time. So we gave each other knuckles and the sex talk was over. For those of you that ever need to have that talk, there it is. You know, I love my wife dearly, but I still have sex on the road all the time like that. Besides my wife. Right?
Right.
That's cheating. Some of the best stuff I've had there. But having kids is great. But it's, you know, I still want to go out and do my own thing. You know, being up here in Montana, up here on the cusp, up here right on the edge, like where you guys are on Whitefish, where no one really knows what's going on. If you have kids, you can do anything you want, as long as you throw a kid in the car. If I want to go hunting, if I want to go fishing, if I want to go to a ball game, all I have to do is throw a kid in the car. And I get a green light for that. Well, let me tell you a little story about this. So I want to go hunting for 4 days. And my wife was not at all about it. So I'm figuring I'm going to throw Jack in the car. Now Jack was about in 4th grade. If I throw Jack in the car, I can go hunting. So I go to hunting camp, pull up. We had a great drive up there. I had my 3 buddies with me that I met up there. And I jumped out of the car, and Jack jumps out. And my buddies were a little surprised to see my son with me. What the fuck is this kid doing at hunting camp? I'm like, well, I wouldn't be able to come if I didn't bring Jack. So let's just keep it down. So we went hunting, and that night in the tent, you know, there's an old saying, what happens at hunting camp stays at hunting camp. We had an experience like that night. My buddy Tony snores like a chainsaw. And so he's snoring, and everyone's awake, and Jack's laying there, and he's awake. And Jason on the other side of the cabin says, Tony, if you don't shut the fuck up, I'm going to come over there and I'm going to teabag you. Yeah. So, Jack, the next morning, we were talking about breakfast. He goes, Dad, tell me about what this teabagging is. You guys know what teabagging is, right?
Of course.
I'm going to tell you what it is. I said, Jack, what happens is you take a tea bag and you drop it in his mouth and he'll pee his pants. That was my version of it. We don't know what the tea bag is, right? I said, but Jack, you cannot talk about this I don't want you telling Mom that people were teabagging there when they were honey. Okay? So he said, you're good. You're good, Dad. So 2 weeks later, we're out camping as a family. It's a good family would do. And my wife snores when she sleeps. And so she starts sawing along a little bit. And Jack is right next to me. And he says, hey, Dad, what do you say, we teabag her? I don't know, Jack. Maybe we shouldn't teabag Mom. Maybe a little bag. Just keep your little baguettes inside. I'm good. But, you know, the thing is, when you have kids, you don't want to, there's some things that you do that you don't want your kids to experience, right? Because you've been there. Well, if I had a personalized plate, it would be that guy. I am that guy. Right? I'm sure you had a couple of those here in Halloween the other night. A couple of those that guys. So I have a that guy story that I don't want my kids to become. I was taking a business trip from San Diego to LA on the train. It was just a one-day trip on the train, and we had went out the night before, me and some friends, and we were drinking Busch beer. You have Busch beer in this place?
Yes!
Get Busch Light?
Love Busch.
You should try something.
Love Busch.
Big what? What did you say?
No shake November.
Okay. Now the reason why my definition, the reason why they call it Busch beer, is because if you drink about a 12-pack of that a night, you wake up the next morning. No. If you go into the bathroom, it's the Busch. It's everywhere. It works on the stomach a little bit. The Busch beer works on the stomach a little bit. So I'm taking a train from San Diego to LA. It's just a day trip. I'm a little wore out from drinking Busch beer all night. And I get about halfway up, and guys, you can appreciate this. I had myself a little accident. I gambled and I lost. Okay? I thought it.
Man down.
Something like that. So I gambled and I lost a little bit. Some people call it a shark. Pardon me.
I hate those. You
For the
stole my
ladies.
words.
Okay, shark. So I'm thinking, okay, we got a problem here. I got a business meeting in LA, and we got to take care of it. So we stopped in Carlsbad on the way up, and there was a little shop that sold clothing. I'm like, I'm going to race in there, I'm going to fix this thing. I got a business meeting, and I'm going to get back on the train. So I run in there, and I'm in a little bit of a panic, for obvious reasons. These guys missed the whole front end of it. Come on in, sit down. So I raced into the store looking for a pair of pants, a pair of breeches, something to fix the situation.
Situation.
It was very full. There was a woman and a young boy in front of me at the cash register. And they had their stuff on the counter. I had my stuff on the counter. I paid for it. I grabbed my bag, I took off, and I got. This is a true story now. This is not bullshit, okay? So you can appreciate it. So I get on the train, ready to fix myself up and change out. I get into the restroom. I bundle up my trousers, throw them out the window, reach in, grab my pants out of the bag, and I pull out a youth t-shirt, size medium, that says Venice Beach on it. So now I am really appreciated. How'd that work out for me? Well,
Not so well, did it?
no, so I sat in about. So now I got a business meeting. I am trouserless, and the only thing I got is a little t-shirt that says Venice Beach on it.
Shorts.
So.
Shit shorts.
It wasn't pretty. I was that guy. But I did eventually go to my business meeting with conductor pants on. I talked to the guy that walked up and down the aisle. I was in the bathroom for about an hour and a half. And I eventually put my hand out the wall like, listen, we gotta talk. So, but I'm that guy. I have a bunch of stories that follow the same line of being that guy.
You are that guy, aren't you? I got your number, baby.
Brian, how'd you get for that football game?
Hold on a second now. Football game, no. Listen. So, I know that we had election day yesterday, right? Did you guys vote?
Yeah.
Did you vote? Or did you vote? I am to be. So did I. I voted twice. No, I voted. I have never. I'm telling you, I have never voted in my life.
No, you did not.
I have never voted in my life. Because I figured if someone is looking for my approval, I do not want them in office. If they need my approval to be in there, they shouldn't be anywhere near it. Right? But yesterday, I did. No. I went down, I live south of here. I'm from the south. Lower. So I go to vote. For the first time in my life, I go to vote. It's a true story. And as I walked in, I was right behind my kindergarten school teacher, Mrs. Finkelstein, of all names. She's about this tall, and she's still alive. Which is surprising. So we visit for a little bit. I told her I'm the first time voting. 42 years old, first time voting. Okay? Checking off the box, off the bucket list. Yeah, so I walk in there, and they give me the little sheet.